Hey guys, today I wanted to show you something fun I got to play around with. I got the new Daniel Smith Watercolor Essentials set, and I put it in these full pans right here. I got this set to get better at mixing colors and learning about warm tones and cool tones, and just getting better at doing that. They came in this adorable little box. I like how it looks all vintage and stuff like that, with these cute little 5ml tubes. Oh, there is a huge shadow on the screen. Oh, did not notice that. I think it's from my camera. Sorry about that, guys. Lighting situation today is not ideal. I wonder if I can fix that. Hold on. Okay, that's better. We have a slight glare over here on my other palette, but we don't have that shadow anymore, so there's that. Yeah, I wanted to get better at mixing colors and learning about values and stuff like that, because even though I am an art major, I forget, and I forget very easily. So I figured, and plus a lot of this stuff that I'm trying to learn was never really taught to me. I'll leave that for another video. My art classes weren't the best. But yeah, I got this little palette, this little metal palette off of Amazon came with full pans. And you could fit 2 half pans right here if you really wanted to, but I just got this because I wanted to learn about mixing colors and learning values, and I also wanted something to challenge myself, I guess. Most painters, when they want a travel set, because this is what I intend to use this for, is some sort of a travel set, most artists, when they do that, they want their paints pre-mixed, and so a lot of them go with the larger travel palette sets, like actually pre-made sets. But I figured this would be a learning experience, kind of like what I was taught acrylics in my painting class, and I was taught how to mix paints on the go, and your values might not, like the paint might not always be the same and stuff like that, so you mix in large quantities. But of course when you're traveling, you don't really want to waste that much paint. But that is what I intended to use this little set for. I don't know if I actually will, or if I will just make my own little travel palette and get another one of these and with half pans instead, and fill it with those colors instead. And I'm so glad I've been watching artists on YouTube, because I would not have known to put the pigment and the name on the side of the little pan so I could know what it is. That helps a lot. It's one thing I regret with my normal palette. Before I get into using these Daniel Smith colors and showing you the swatches that I have done with those, I wanted to show you the palette I used today, which is this. Ignore the stickers from Redbubble. I love them. This is the Magello Fusion palette with Magello paints inside. I have the 24 set of the Magellos. My yellow's cracking. My poor yellow. And I love these paints. I love these paints so much. They are vivid, they are bright, and they're perfect for washes. And once I figured out how to use them, it was so easy to mix with them and all that sort of stuff. And I think these will always be my favorite. I love them so much. And if you're curious to see, I've done all my watercolor paintings with these, but the sketchbook I'm going to be using today is one that y'all haven't seen, and I wanted to show y'all. This is what they look like in this sketchbook, and I love them. They're perfect, and yeah, I think I'm still learning how to use them because they don't always do what I want them to do. Oh no, what's this? That's gross. But I do love these paints and I love them a lot, and I need to refill some of my browns over here. But yeah, this palette, you can take this little mixing tray out and mix paint over here or on this. I've been using this as extra storage for my paints because, like I said, this is a 24 color set, and I do have the white and the black on here. The black I use for gray tones, and the white I used for something, but I haven't touched it since. But I love this palette. I love it. I love these colors, and I love everything about it. Mission Gold, I did find out recently, is mixed with honey, and so they don't dry completely. As you can tell, I don't know if you could see that very well, but some of these are still very, very shiny and they look like they're still wet, but they are not. I could tip this over and they will not come out. So yeah, research your paints before you buy, because I did not know that they were mixed with honey, but they are, as you can see, I touched it slightly. But they're sturdy enough that I don't mind them being in a palette, and I can trust that they're not gonna go anywhere. I just leave it open for a couple of days and they're fine. Okay, so before I get on to painting with these, I have done little swatches with these guys. I love how they look, and I think the phthalo blue has a bit of a shine to it, but I kind of really like it. It's so pretty. But as you could tell, I did just a straight color out of the pan kind of deal. These dried in the pan for about a week. No, half a week before I used them. And then I just sat down and I just used these straight out of the pan. This is how I would actually use them. Since I don't like straight washes with watercolor. I do like to have a little bit of texture showing through with my watercolor. If you can see there with the, I forgot what it's called. With the color being really thick right there, and then it fading out over here on the blue. I think, yeah, this blue right here, it's the only one that doesn't have that sort of effect going on with it. And then I did do some basic mixes with these colors. I just went down the line and mixed it with the one before, and that's all I did. Got this really pretty kind of sap green color going on right there that I really love, and I cannot wait to use that color. So I am excited to see what other mixes I will be doing later today. I don't know if I will record it, but I will be doing full swatches of these guys on the actual paper that I use all the time, which is the Canson XL watercolor paper, which is a wood pulp paper, and it's student grade, but I love it and my budget can afford it. So I will also be redoing my Mijello colors eventually, because they are currently swatched on hot press paper, and I haven't been using my hot press paper lately. But anyway, yeah. So for today's video, I won't be using my full range of brushes that I normally do. I will just be using a simple water brush, since I want to get better at using this too, and since this is intended for a travel palette, I figured it would work better with a water brush instead. I might give in and I might go get the rest of my watercolors, but for now, that is what I will be using. I can already tell I will love these colors. In the little bit that I have played around with them, I can already tell that I will love them because they are absolutely gorgeous. And I cannot wait to see how they look on what I will be painting today, which is these guys. I have a book that has a bunch of wildflower, well, not wildflower, a bunch of flower drawings in them. And I just flipped through it. That one I found on Pinterest. I just flipped through it and drew the ones that I liked. So that is what I will be doing today. I'll be painting these flowers and the leaf and just trying to get to know these colors and figuring out if I can get some good mixes with them. Yeah, that's all I have to say for right now. So let's start painting. Hey guys, I just wanted to show you real quick the way my palette looks now. If you remember how clean and crisp it looked before I started painting with it, this is what it looks like now. I got my greens, my browns, I got some reds and oranges and purples, and a creamy tone right there, which is really just a watered down yellow and Hanasa yellow, and the new, I am going to mess this up, the new gamboge. I think that's how you say it. It's these two colors right here. Those two, right there. So it gave me that really pretty creamy color for the dogwood flower, and I love how it looks. I actually really like how all of these turned out. They are absolutely beautiful. This, I don't know if you can see that right there, the buttercup. That actually turned out like my normal coloring style, and I am actually really impressed that that turned out the way it did. I tried to make these all look realistic with the gradients and everything like that. Sweet Pea had some issues. It came out darker than what I wanted, but that's because I'm still trying to get to know it. But that quinacridone rose is absolutely gorgeous. I love that color. I even made a really pretty purple out of the quinacridone rose and the phthalo blue. So these two colors right here, it turned out to be a really pretty purple, and then I added some water to lighten it up a bit. And I think the thing I had the most issues with was getting the right shade of green. I have a lighter shade right here that I got with the Hanasa yellow and the French ultramarine down here, which I rarely use that one during this this painting, but it still it had its uses. This is this is my testing strip that I used to test out all the colors before I used them. You can see how I was having issues with the green and it wasn't turning out into the right shade, but these pinks and oranges, they're just absolutely gorgeous and I love them. So overall, I really like this set. If you are looking for a little set of watercolors to get to know mixing colors better and help you understand how they work and stuff like that, I definitely recommend this set. I've heard so many good things about Daniel Smith, and after playing with it for about 2 hours now, I've been painting these. I can definitely see why a lot of artists recommend them. I think I really like how this page turned out. That dahlia flower and this tulips and that dogwood just turned out really pretty. Anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit different. If you're looking for more information about Daniel Smith, I will recommend you to the YouTube channel In Liquid Color with Denise Sodden. She has very in-depth videos about a lot of different paint manufacturers and all of their different, like the chemicals, well, not the chemicals, the pigments that they use, the binding agents that they use. She does in-depth research for all of her videos, and she has a Daniel Smith setup video that she does, and I love it. I think she's the one who got me into trying Daniel Smith, because at first I was just like, I'm not too sure about that. But I wasn't too sure about the Daniel Smith colors in general, because I didn't know if I would like it, because they do granulate. If you don't know what that is, that's where the pigment separates from the binding agent as the paint dries, and it just causes this, I don't know if it's, I think the way I painted with it today, it didn't granulate as well, but you can kind of see it up in here where it kind of spreads and feathers out a little bit more than it should. But it does granulate, and I think for starters, that's not really what they want. That isn't what I look for, but I do like it because I love how unpredictable water is and watercolor is. But yeah, this set comes with these colors, these little tubes, and I used about half of them to fill these full pans, and these full pans are gonna last me forever. I love it because with watercolor, a little bit goes a long way, as with most things in life. So it'll take me forever to get through my Magellos. It'll take me forever to get through my Daniel Smith. I am probably going to pick up another one of these palettes because I have some Winsor & Newton colors that I would love to use too. So I'm probably going to make a mixed palette with my Magellos, my Daniel Smith, and my Winsor & Newton colors, and see where things go from there. Anyway, I've rambled on way too much today. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I will see you all next Sunday. Bye!